Hello, Chuck and friends. Welcome to Sunday Night Chucking. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live demonstration video. I'm Megan Maria. I'm your Chalk Couture independent designer. Welcome. Glad you could join us on this amazing Sunday night. I don't know where you guys are, but here in Wisconsin, where I am, we had a glorious weather day, which is unusual this time of year, so it was super, super gorgeous outside. Tonight, we are actually going to create tonight on the 18-inch Sylvie, which is a square chalkboard. It's a big one. It's 18-inch, big, huge Sylvie chalkboard, which I'm going to talk about here a little bit, but we're going to create on the Sylvie. I don't think I've ever created on the 18-inch Sylvie, and we are using the transfer called Whispered the Heart. It's a fun transfer. It says, it's impossible, said pride. It's risky, said experience. It's pointless, said reason. Give it a try, whispered the heart. So that is the name of the transfer and the sentiment that we are going to create this evening on our Sylvie chalkboard. So I'm going to teach you how to use this amazing product called Chalk Couture, because Chalk Couture is amazing because, number one, our transfers are reusable, so they're really good value for your money. If you are a Cricut user, a Silhouette user, a Cameo user, you're very used to cutting out vinyl and weeding it. That's that process of using your little picky tool and picking all that stuff out. The excess vinyl, that's called weeding. So you cut something out with your machine, you weed it, you use it typically with paint, and then you throw it away. And that's kind of the beauty of the fact that our transfers are reusable. You can use them over and over and over again. You don't have to weed anything, and you can use them with all kinds of different mediums, which make them a really, really good value, because you can use them with our Chalkology paste, you can use them with Couture ink, you can use them with etching compound, you can use them with foiling compound. I'm forgetting something really obvious. But this particular transfer that we're going to create tonight would look really cute on a board, which is what we're going to do it on tonight, but it also makes really cool pillows. It would also make a really cool like canvas bag. So there's a couple really nice things to utilize this transfer for. It's got some nice fonts on it. It's big. It's an 18-inch. It's a D size transfer. So our transfers are reusable. You can use them over and over and over again. You don't have to weed anything. They clean up really nice, and our chalk paste is removable. So we're going to use it on this chalkboard, and if I make a mistake, I can wash it off and reuse my transfer to correct it. If I decide I want to change my sentiment, I can wash it off and reuse it. Reuse my board, reuse my transfer. So it's a really, really nice way to craft, because if I wanted to do something seasonal, I could wash it off and continue to recreate on the same board, and then I wouldn't have to continually store stuff. So if you have a storage problem or storage issue, or just don't like to store stuff, or redecorate your house every single time you pull out your decorations, I thought that today, so if you're a regular viewer, you're very aware of this for me. I have a mantle in my formal living room, which is a room we rarely use, and that's the mantle I take all my pictures on, because we call it the church room. It has floor to 20-foot ceiling cathedral windows in it, so there's an amazing amount of light in this room. It takes great pictures. So I take all my pictures in there when I take a picture of my finished project. Most of the pictures I take in there. And today, so I'm constantly moving that mantle around, because, you know, one day we create something small, and the next day we create something big, and I'm constantly taking things on and off. Well, today I purchased well, you'll see it hopefully tomorrow in tomorrow's picture. I bought this absolutely stunningly gorgeous garland that's wood painted flowers. Best part, it was 70% off. I got it for $5. It was $5. Oh my gosh, it was like, not only was it stunningly gorgeous, but it was a total score. So it was at I bought it at Joann's, so if you want to go to Joann's, it was part of their Easter, which is there's nothing Eastery about it, except maybe it's spring colors, but it's this really pretty wood garland. But as I was continually, I had to clear it all off and then put my new garland up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I talk about all the time. It is a pain in the patootie to constantly be redecorating your house seasonally. So, hello, Chalk Couture makes it so you don't have to do that. Well, okay, I do it because I stage pictures, but you could literally take the picture off the wall, wash it off, change it seasonally, put the picture back on the wall. Find a wall, find a place, that's your spot. So it's one of the benefits. Now, I lean things on my mantle, so I'm constantly doing it, but it's a bad example. But wait till you see this really cool garland I got. I was just dying to tell you. All right, so I'm making Maria, Chalk Couture, amazing product. If you want to check out any of these amazing things, you can go right to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria, and that's where you can see all of the products that I'm going to use here this evening, and I'm going to tell you about them as we go. So this is a D size transfer, so it's 18 inches squared. Our transfers come in five sizes, A, B, C, D, and E. The letter tells you the size of the transfer and the price. All A size transfers are 5 by 7 in size. They're all 5 by 7. They're all 5 by 7, and they're all $9.99. All B size transfers are 8.5 by 11, so the size of a piece of paper. Those are all $14.99. This one's a D, so it's an all D size, are 18-inch squares, and they are $29.99. So that kind of helps you figure out pricing when you're seeing videos and you're seeing transfers people are using, so you can have an idea of what the cost is. It really just depends on the size. They're all the same. So there's 5 prices, 5 sizes. Really can't get much easier. Sometimes a transfer like this one has pieces to it, so the actual finished product might not be 18 inches by 18 inches. This particular one is a one and done, so it is. But sometimes they're cut up in pieces, and then your finished project might be an 8 by 10 or a 11 by 14. So you can kind of play with them. The other really, really nice thing about this product is you can get totally creative with it. You don't have to create them the way they're designed to be made. You can make them any way you want. So you could just give it a try. Just this one little word on a sign. Whisper the heart. This would be really cool too. I purchased this transfer because the word whisper is on here. We're doing something with whisper, so as a family, so I needed the word whisper. So it's a really cool transfer though otherwise, because it really is true, right? Give it a try, people. Try it out. It's fun. Just some nice words. So I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to start creating. Okay, so this is what an adhesive silkscreen transfer that Chalk Couture makes looks like. The teal part is sticky. The white part that you see is not actually white. It's only white because it's not sitting on its backer sheet right now. It's actually a silk screen, and that silk screen is the magic sauce. It is what creates clean, crisp chalk lines every single time. Our chalk paste that we're going to use, Chalkology chalk paste, is semi-permanent. So once I put it on here, it's not like your kid chalk, you know, where you can they chalk all over your driveway and you blow on it and it goes away. No, this will be hard when dry, but it can be removed with water. Hello, Lori Carter. Welcome to our Chalkin' Party. So what I want to do with this one is, originally I was thinking just black and white. But then I thought Whispered the Heart would be kind of pretty in Frost Shimmer, which is our white iridescent shimmer chalk paste. And then I thought maybe we could do some subtle differences. We could throw some grayish. So this is Frost, which is, it's basically shiny, shimmery. There's basic, everyday, bright white. And then this is grayish. Grayish is kind of a dirty white. I also was thinking maybe Storm. Storm is kind of our gunmetal gray. It would show up. The difference would show up better. You know, it would be more that's the word I'm looking for. It would be more contrasting if we used those. These are gonna, like for example, when I take the picture tomorrow of our finished project, it will be very hard for you to tell the difference in the colors because they are very similar to each other. So if we want to be more of a contrast, we should go with grayish, or I'm sorry, Storm. But I know I want to do Whispered the Heart in Frost. And then it's like, what line would we do? I think we're going to do It's Impossible, the quote lines in white, and then the who said it. We'll use grayish, just to use grayish. Now, I know I'm having some internet issues this evening, so I'm not going to be surprised if we are freezing as we go, but the replay won't be frozen, so I apologize for that. I noticed that all day. Our internet has been on and off all day long, so it's been kind of weird. So I've got our, oops, this chalkboard is so big you can't see over here where I have our 3 colors. So I'm going to try moving it over a little bit so that you can see our chalk base. So we have grayish, we have bright white, and we have frost. So frost is shimmery. It has just a little bit of an iridescent, and I do have to say that I personally feel when you put it on a black board, it doesn't look white, it looks silvery, which is very cool, which is what kind of the effect that I'm looking for on this. So I'm going to take this very large transfer, and I'm going to flip it over. I am going to write the name of the transfer on the back. I do that for 2 very important reasons. I do that because it tells me which side of the backer sheet is the back. It also tells me what transfer goes on which backer sheet, because if you went in my other room and you saw all the transfers I have all over the place, it can be challenging to put them away. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the very big sticker from the backer sheet. I need to keep my backer sheet because this is how I'm going to store it. One side is shiny, one side is dull. The dull is the back. That's when you go to put it back on when you're all done, you put it on the shiny side. The other thing I'm going to do to this transfer, and I'm not going to do a ton of it because I am using it on a Chalk Couture surface, is I am going to fuzz my transfer. And there is something sawdusty on that one because I can see I put a sawdust line on my transfer. I don't want to keep doing that. So I'm just kind of fuzzing it. And by fuzzing it, all I'm doing is I'm taking the lint from my towel and I'm sticking it to my transfer. It's going to make my transfer not quite as sticky. So if you're new to our little chalking party, say hello. Tell me where you're from. We're a friendly little group. We like to chit-chat. I like to chit-chat. Okay, so I'm just going to simply smooth out any air bubbles that I might have. You do want to make sure that you don't have any bubbles. Bubbles are bad. Bubbles give you bleeds. So I've got all my air smooshed out. Okay, so we're going to do Whispered the Heart in Frost. We're going to do the words in parentheses in bright white and the said in grayish. So I have 3 colors. I'm going to grab 3 squeegees. I don't really need 3 squeegees, but I'm going to grab 3 squeegees anyway. I could wipe my squeegee off as I go. You don't really need 3, but I have them, so I'm going to use them. And I'm also going to grab a baby wipe so I can wipe things off as I go. So once I get started, this is going to go very quickly. It does not take a lot of time to chalk, and chalk dries very quickly. It's a really nice hobby to have because you don't have to pull out all kinds of stuff to create. You need 4 things to chalk a project. You need a transfer, you need chalk paste, you need a squeegee, and you need a surface. If you have those 4 things, you can chalk anywhere and it doesn't take a ton of time. So if you only have, maybe 15 minutes even of your own time to create something, you can very easily create a cool project in 15 minutes. Very easily. You can do it in 5 minutes the more you do it. But you got to clean up when you're done. So I would say 15 minutes. You can make it take longer. You can think about the project all day long like I do and come up with the colors and the surfaces and all that kind of stuff. It's a really nice, fun little hobby. I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to start chalking. So I'm going to start with our white. So I'm going to take my squeegee. There's an angled side and a flat side to my squeegee. I'm going to take, I'm going to move these over here. I'm going to take the angled side to my squeegee and I'm going to dip it in my chalk paste. And then I'm going to just simply start squeegeeing it across the silk screen. So I'm going to go whoosh, like so with our white. Just make sure that you cover up the entire silk screen. You don't want any blank parts. And you want to, if you get any lines, like whatchamacallit, push lines, just make sure you smooth out any ridges that you end up with in your chalk paste as you go. And again, you just squeegee your chalk paste right across. Like so. It's very easy, it's very relaxing, and it's very satisfying because it turns out when you're done. I'm going to do our frost right away as long as we're down here. So this is our Shimmer Frost. So the shimmers have a glittery component to them. It's not glitter, but it is like little baby fine glitter. I mean, it is, I should say, it is glitter, but it's not going to look glittery like, you know, a big, huge thing of glitter is going to look. It's very subtle. But you do have to push them through a little bit more because you do have that little extra grit. And it's going to feel gritty as you slide it across. Okay, oops. Put all your excess right back in your container as you go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, it's called paste and peel. I'm going to lift it up because I don't want my chalk paste to dry. I also, however, don't want to take it all the way off. So I just lift it up and put it right back down. And now I need to get this top one up here. So that means now my chalk paste, I don't have to worry about it drying. And now I just reseal the parts I need to chalk. I don't need to reseal the whole transfer because I've chalked it already. I just need to reseal the parts that I haven't chalked. So I am just making sure that I lost you guys. I'm trying to get you back. There we go. I just want to make sure that I'm all sealed up. So again, I'm going to take my transfer, or my squeegee. I'm sorry, I said transfer. And I just scrape it right across. So the Making Maria Crafty community has lots of fun things that happen in it. If you're not a member of that group, you want to join because tomorrow is Monday. And on Monday, we have what's called Make It Monday. Make It Monday is when I put together a bundle of a project that you can create, and I post it in the crafty community. You have to be a member in order to be able to see it. It doesn't cost you anything to be in there. It's a free group. So you can either comment, add me, message me, and I'll send you the link, and that will get you in to the group. But it's a fun group. We do, people post pictures of their projects. We do sales and specials, we do fun promos, we play games. It's kind of a fun little group. Okay. So my color differences are very subtle. I can see them, and I really like the fact that we did the bottom one in shimmer. So can you see how there's just that slight variation in color difference? It'll be easier for you to see tomorrow morning when I take the picture. I'm going to try lifting it up a little bit. It's a very fun transfer. The shimmer is very hard to see until, first off, it's dry. It's not dry yet. And it's really hard for you guys to see it on this camera. When I take the picture, it'll be easier for you to see. But this transfer is called Whispered the Heart. This is our 18-inch square chalkboard called the Sylvie. The Sylvie has a white frame and a black board. There's another version of it that has a white board and a black frame, but I don't believe that comes in this size. There's only certain sizes that she comes in. But she has a really nice frame to her. You know, very on-trend, very fits in anybody's house kind of chalkboard. So this is a really nice gift to anybody who, you know, maybe is graduating from college or graduating with life. Hey, Kathy K. I know I love this sentiment too, don't you? It's just very true. Because, you know, it's all about what we tell ourselves. We believe what we tell ourselves. Yeah, I've been recently working on minding my thoughts. Have you ever heard that expression, mind your thoughts? If you think negative, you see negative. If you think positive, you see positive. So I've been working on that really hard lately. And it does make a difference. It totally does make a difference. Also make sure that when you chalk, you check where your top of your chalkboard is. Because I have a bad habit of chalking upside down. I did not chalk upside down. But yeah, this is a fun little sentiment. It makes really cute pillows. Like really, really cute pillows because the font is really cool. And it's the perfect size for like on a couch or on a bed. So it does make nice pillows. It makes really nice canvas bags. And again, like I said earlier, just the give it a try is just a cool sentiment. You could put it on so many different things. You could put give it a try on a water bottle, journals, all that stuff. I just think it's a nice sentiment the way it's created, and it's a nice sentiment if you pull apart the pieces of the words as well to create something totally different on your own. So this is my project for this evening. I will take a beautiful picture of it in the morning and show it to you so that you can see not only my really cool new flower garland that I got, but you can also see the color differences a little bit easier when it's in natural lighting. And you'll also be able to see the shimmer a little bit better. But come on back tomorrow night. I do make a live demo every night, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, right here on the Making Maria business page on Facebook. If you're watching me on YouTube, thank you for watching me on YouTube. If you want to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who takes the time. And if you want to send me out into the world like Lori Carter did, thank you, Lori. That also helps me if you hit that button. So thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Have a great Monday, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks, guys.